He holds several jobs in the community. He is president of City Council, of course, in Westlake, Ohio. But he's not here to talk about that. We're not in the politics thing today. We're just talking about the Rose Tralee and Westlake World Partners, a great organization that he and the mayor and a few people put together in Westlake a few years ago. And it's a very productive organization. Mike, I want you to just talk for a minute to me about Westlake World Partners. I know it's a nonprofit.
Yeah, Westlake World Partners is formed to manage our relationship between Westlake and our sister cities, and that would be Tralee. I've got to get that right. I get corrected all the time by Denise. And therefore
Mike, you call her what you want to.
Call her what I want?
Yeah,
No,
you can even call her mayor.
No, you never cross an Irish.
No.
That's not a good idea.
And
You only
especially
lose
an
that one
Irish
big.
woman.
So,
Kelly woman especially, I found that out myself the hard way.
that's probably good advice too. Yes. I've never had that problem, of course. So, anyways, we are to manage that relationship, and the best thing that came out of this relationship is when we really got to meet with the people of Tralee is their Rosa Tralee, which is really the essence of that entire area. It's their major social event. It's their major everything. And we went over there, met them. They're great people, and we decided that we would make sure that we have an Ohio representative every year over there in Tralee to represent. And we've now had every one of them. I think you've met every one of them, Jerry.
Yes,
and they're
indeed.
all outstanding young ladies,
Yeah.
and they're all very loyal to the program. They come back to us all the time. They want to participate. And Jerry, that's what makes this different. People call this a contest. It's when we have the local selection. The ladies in it really view this as really a bonding situation, and they're happy for whoever goes over, and they want to come back, they want to stay involved, they stay with each other. Yeah, everyone wants to win, but they view it as if you win, that's really kind of a bonus. It's really just a great opportunity to celebrate being an Irish young lady, and they've had a great time doing it.
So we're making plans for next year already, right?
Yes, I've already got the information from, I just got it to confirm that it will be, the final selection night will be August 21st next year. Our Rose will have to be over in Ireland sometime by August 12th to participate, because they have a whole bunch of activities. The Roses over there, they travel together, they meet each other, they have a great time. If you talk to any of those young ladies, A, they're impressive, and B, they form kind of a super relationship. They, as you know, like Bridget and Ashley, they have friends all over the world now, particularly in Ireland, and they all view this a life-changing experience. So that's great if you get over to Ireland, but right now we're saying, how about coming and joining us to being part of our celebration, to have the Ohio Rose. Just that experience you find is super. And
So when are we going to do it this year here at the table?
when are we going to do it?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're pretty well fixed on the actual festival night. Will be on February 17th. That's always a Saturday night on the 3-day weekend. And so that any young lady that participates would have to make sure she's clear that weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we may have part of the program the previous weekend. It depends a lot on whether we're going to have some of the judges from either out of town, or possibly we're looking at having a judge from Ireland again this year.
How much interest do you get from other cities now?
You're getting quite a bit. I mean, we're getting out of Columbus. We've had applicants out of Cincinnati, out of Dayton, out of all of Northeast Ohio. And it's interesting that, for instance, we continue to get more and more interest, not just from locally, but from all over. It's gaining traction as really, it's the Ohio Rose. We like to think that we're Westlake, we're facilitating it, but it's the Ohio Rose. And I've already gotten inquiries from all over the state, but you got to remember that we got to get those applications in by December 31st. It just seems like I got back from Tralee a few days ago.
I know that.
Yeah.
Tempest Fugit.
Yes,
I learned that in Latin class. That's
Right,
all
yes.
I learned.
And see,
Very
that
good,
was
Mike.
it for your Latin, huh?
And that was it. So what we're doing now is the application period it closes December 31st. If you want to apply, you can go on to ohiorose.com and or directly on the rosatralee.ie website over in Ireland. And there you learn what you have to do, which is basically you have to fill out an application for first in Ireland, and they send it to us. But you can also save some time because as soon as we get that, we'll ask you to fill out the local application, which is really supplemental information. It takes a few minutes, but it does ask you some really thoughtful questions like, well, what do you really think about being Irish, and what's your Irish background, and that. So it's really promoting the diaspora. So it's they have to have those in by December 31st. That's going to come faster than you think.
Michael, I was reading just yesterday on Irish Central, which is put out by a fellow named Neil down in New York.
Right.
And he was talking about the difficulty in attracting younger people to the Irish club scene. And as you're talking, I want to come back, I'm going to play some music, I want to come back and talk to you a bit about that. Maybe we'll get a chance to log onto the website, Colleen, there, to go on to Irish Central, because I think it's a very interesting story to take a look at what's happening, not just in our culture, in the Irish, but in all the nationalities in America. And this kind of leads into it, because we have young people with the Rose Trolley. We're going to talk here on the Irish Show. We're in the second hour. Mike Killeen from the Rose of Trolley from Westlake World Partners is our guest this morning. Mike, you are the director, the actual director of the Rose Trolley for Ohio, right?
Well, I'm the president, yes, so effectively I'm the CEO.
Excellent.
The buck stops here, I guess.
That's right.
Yes, and plans are made. We were talking before the break about the difficulty in getting younger people involved in organizations throughout this country, throughout America. We have a changing country, no question about it. Immigration policies have changed a lot since I made my initial crossing of the Atlantic to arrive here. I didn't come at Ellis Island, in spite of what JC says. That went out of business in 1892, so I came a little later than that.
1942.
1961 I came.
Okay, right.
6th of May 1961, I landed on the dock in New York Harbor, and I was met by my friend John Garvey. And John and I, we've been friends ever since, and I don't think a day goes by that we don't talk to each other. And that's the way it's been for the past 60 years. Anyway, I digress. When I came to New York, one of the things I was struck by, the first place John took me was the City Center Ballroom in New York, which was at that time was owned by Carmel Quinn's husband, Bill Fuller. And that's where all the Irish, they all collected there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. That has all changed now. We're in a different world altogether. And a lot of organizations like the clubs here in Cleveland, they're all suffering a little bit because we're not getting young people there. And just as you were speaking about the Rose Trolley, it's young, I think 27 is the maximum age.
They can't turn 27 before the August 31st of that year's
Well,
festival.
now you're really getting specific.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm probably wrong too, but
Anyway,
that's okay.
but it's young, and it's one way I think that we should, in one area we should explore as getting young people. I know it's the females, but wherever the females go, the males will follow. That's just human nature. So if we can get organizations like yours, the Rose Trolley, then the GA, the Gaelic Athletic Association, get all those working together, I think we can kind of reinvigorate the Irish club scene.
Yeah, I think that will be part of it. What's happened, I think, is there's been maybe a generation there where the Irish heritage wasn't as intensely celebrated. And in my case, for instance, there's probably about 2 generations. And all of a sudden, I'm coming back to being very involved in the Irish heritage. And I think these young ladies, that's the way you get them back in. The whole social scene has changed. But there is more and more interest in celebrating your Irish and knowing more about your Irish heritage. And that's good for the clubs. This is, I think, one way of really getting that going. Ireland is promoting that, obviously, because they want the diaspora. They want everyone to understand their Irish heritage. But And this has been very effective, and it spreads. It's not just 5 or 6 people. They really contact literally hundreds. And
You know what, Mike Sullivan, somebody said to me recently, he says, there's more promotion of the Irish heritage in America these days than there is in Ireland. And I wonder when you go there, and when the girls are touring back and forth across the country, what's your impression of the celebration of Irish culture there?
oh, I think that it's pretty intense. Ireland is going back, for instance, promoting the Irish language, Gaelic.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And that really kind of makes some people more Irish in the way they view things. I think Ireland also has an issue, though. They've got a lot of people that are coming into the country that don't have the Irish heritage, and I think they're struggling mightily to make sure that Irish heritage remains strong.
Mm-hmm.
And after being over there, I can't think of a single reason why you wouldn't want that.
Now, the events that you go to and where you take these young ladies, would you say that is given more exposure to the Irish culture?
You mean over in Ireland?
Yeah.
They don't invite me to too many of those events when they're on the road. They're really,
Oh, yeah.
they've got their own
It'd be
buses.
their
But
own
obviously,
buses.
when the events in Tralee itself are very focused on the Irish heritage. And that's what this is a celebration of Irish heritage, the young ladies of Irish heritage. And you're seeing that coming back. Sometimes, maybe the family has been involved, but a lot of the people that are applying really are saying, yeah, we know we're from Irish heritage, but we really haven't celebrated, and this is one way to get back into understanding the Irish heritage. It's great. I mean, that happens. And it's
But
spreading.
I think that we in the Irish community all across this country, that we have an obligation to make sure that our nationality survives the changes that are occurring in America today, because as each generation ages and they fall farther away from the source, which would be the immigrants coming out here, we don't have many Irish immigrants coming to America anymore.
Well, they're not allowed in anymore.
Yeah,
There are
that's
very
what the
few
laws,
allowed in under our current
It's
laws.
very difficult. If you
Extremely
want to
difficult.
come to America and do it the right way, it'll take you at least 2 years and maybe 5, unless you get in on some kind of a special visa,
Right.
which I kind of is very unfair to the Irish. But go ahead, Colleen.
I just wanted to say, Mike, as you were saying about the Irish traditions, Megan Adams and her whole family that went, but Megan, she was in the bog. They were doing the turf. She was with the girls and they
Oh,
were
they-
throwing
well,
turf
yeah.
the one day. How exciting and nice. I mean, that was, I bet a lot of the Irish roses don't do that in their regular life anymore. either.
No.
So
I
yeah,
don't think
so it was
our
just
Irish-
interesting.
Our current Rosa Trulle's a doctor.
Right.
I doubt whether she's spending a lot of time in the bog, but
Yes.
Probably
she's
not.
very much
Right.
an Irish young
Right.
lady.
Yes.
So anyway, let's do a recap here of anyone that would like to participate in the Rose of Tralee. Mike, what should they do? They have until the end of the year.
Yeah, but I
21st.
would suggest you do it earlier. I know that there's several young ladies have contacted us already with interest, so you have to have the application in by December 31st. But I would suggest going to the website now, ohio@rose.com, and getting some information to get the process going. And there's a full explanation of there of what has to be done. And if you want more inquiries, more discussion, we'll put you in contact with some of our roses or some of our people who've been heavily involved who would be more of their peer group, just to discuss what goes on. I think they'll like it when they find
So
it.
there's no reason to be intimidated by it. It's very interesting. It seems to me anyway, and I've been at all of them, it seems to be a very interesting kind of a process, non-intimidatory.
No, and
That's a new word I
A
coined.
new
isn't
word
it?
for Mr.
If
Quinn.
you
It's
can-
not intimidating.
Non-intimidating.
unintimidating? I don't know.
Well, go on. Yeah. I was trying to make a new word there.
No, there's no reason. I mean, the greatest thing is they get to meet other young ladies with similar interests, and they just have a great time. You've talked to them, and Colleen, you've
Yeah.
talked to them.
No, I mean, Mike, you bring up a good point. It's developing some professional skills also, some skills about, representing yourself, representing your family and your community. Those are all skills when they're interviewing for jobs or out there getting involved with organizations, or if they volunteer in nonprofits. These are all great professional building blocks for them. And the whole family, getting involved. It's nice in West Park. I know you get the military, some of the escorts, the gentlemen that help out
The
in the community, the
Marines.
Marines. So it's really an amazing experience, but also to show off talent. But I believe it's a professional development building, so it's great for the young women.
When you see them on stage, you're always amazed how well they present themselves.
Yes.
And then when you
They
talk
all
to them,
do.
say they were nervous. I said, boy, you didn't look like it. And
You know what, Mike?
They're
Every one of
changed.
them do.
Yes.
Yeah,
Every one of them.
it's incredible.
That's
I-
I've always liked it. It's a wonderful
22,
show.
you put a microphone in front of me, I'd freeze.
That's right. Well, Mike, I
Doesn't
can't.
work anymore.
Yeah, I just am so grateful that City of Westlake and your relationship and with Charlie and how you built this up. So just thank you. Thank you for connecting again Northeast Ohio more with Ireland and our Irish roots. So we're glad about that.
It's kind of fun to take a break from the campaign trail to come in and promote the Ohio Rose.
Right.
So Michael,
Yes.
we're going to be, I'm going to come over and storm City Hall someday.
I don't know.
Okay,
Yes,
but
right.
don't call me first.
No.
Right.
I gotta, yeah, if I do that, you'll probably lose if I come over and show
Okay.
face. Anyway, I want to go back to Colleen because she has to tell us about what is going on at PJ McIntyre's.
That's right. Our good friends PJ McIntyre's Irish Pub and Restaurant. They're on Lorraine Avenue.
To J.C. Sullivan, he has an announcement from the Ancient Order of Hibernians, right, J.C.?
Yeah, Roger Weiss sent an email in to remind us that the AOH and the Ladies AOH are hosting their 40th annual reverse raffle Friday, November 10th, 2017. This is 2016, Roger, so I'm unsure of the date here, but I don't know if that date is right. You might want to call us or correct us. Anyhow, it's at Brennan's Triscuit Party Center, 13000 Triscuit Road. $60 ticket includes a dinner, an open bar, entertainment, and one chance at a top prize. Extra dinner will be $40. Doors open at 6:30. More info, call Kevin Reynolds at 216-403-7945. Pat Lavelle, 440-399-8135. That's 899-3135. And Roger, of course, at 216-651-7767. Let me get that a little closer. Looks like it's 7787. Sorry about that. And or
Jesse.
their Facebook page,
I hate to do this to you.
Bolenberry Division, AOH.
Would you repeat the last 15 seconds of that? Go back.
On the
You
phone
weren't coming
numbers?
through on the headphones. I couldn't hear it.
Okay, sure.
Get closer to the mic.
Contact Kevin Reynolds at 216. Hold on, the picture just disappeared here. There we go. 216-403-7945. Patty Lavelle, 440-899-5185. And or Roger Weiss at 216-651-7787. Or their Facebook page, Bolenberry Division.
No, okay. And
Well,
what young
Roger,
ladies
Roger.
can do.
Well, what we're looking for is young ladies who live here or work here in Ohio that are not past 27 before August 31st of this year. That would preclude you. You got to be younger than that, so it's basically 26, and be a wee bit Irish and want to celebrate your Irish heritage and get to meet other young ladies, have a great time, and hopefully maybe go on to Ireland and represent Ohio over there for 2 weeks. Would be a fabulous time. So contact us through ohiorose.com and we'll get back to you if you don't find on there all the information you need to apply. And you can also look at roseoftralee.ie and they'll talk all about the Rose program, and it's a great, get on there, you can see with the history and who's done it and what's expected, and we welcome young ladies that just want to make themselves a little bit more Irish, a little more heritage, to join us on the weekend of February 17th, 2007.
All right, Granny or Grandpa, if you're listening out there and you have a granddaughter that you would like to participate in this, just go to that website, which is, again, Mike?
OhioRose.com, capital O, capital R.com.
OhioRose.com. It's a great chance for some young ladies have a wonderful day, and if they win it, if they come out the winner, then they go to Ireland next August.
Is there a younger age cutoff on this? Can they be
I think-
12?
No, I think they have to be 18.
18.
They're actually, there's what they call the Rose Petals program you could apply, but that'd be directly through Ireland.
No,
They
that's
match
not
up each rose with that. And also, by the way, Irish, people of Irish heritage, young gentlemen, can apply to become one of the escorts over there in Ireland. We had some from the U.S. this year. It's a great program. I've never seen a group that works harder or has more fun.
You're not eligible, Eddie.
No, there's no-
I think you could be the escort. You can be up to 30.
Oh,
Thanks,
Well-
Mike.
I'm just over 31.
I'm getting there soon.